Good evening, students. In the previous lecture, we have discussed the derivation of the stiffness matrix of the truss. Now, we'll do problems on the truss elements. Okay. Now, look at this problem. This problem I have solved from the Senthil textbook. This is my handwritten notes. You look at here. So, I will tell the problem now. This is the problem look like. For the two-bar truss shown in figure, determine the displacements of node 2 and the stress elements. I repeat the question. For the two-bar truss shown in figure, determine the displacement of node 2 and the stress elements. This is the figure corresponding this problem. Before explaining about this problem, I will explain the figure for you. Then only you can easily understand the question. See here, here we are having the complete truss problem. Here we are having the two bars, that is the first bar and second bar. This first bar we are having the two nodes, that is the first node and second node. And the second bar we are having the two nodes, that is second node and third node. In the first bar, at the first end, we are considering here a hinge support. And here the third node also we are having the hinge support. That means we don't have any movement here. Here also we don't have any movement. That is, we don't have horizontal movement and vertical movement. Here also we don't have horizontal and vertical movement. Okay, at that particular point here at the particular point here, we don't have any hinge and fixed support. So here only the force will be taking place. That is the 12 kilonewtons of force acting towards to the second node. So means we are considering as a minus because here compressed force acting. So here this is the point. This is the first bar. This first bar I am considering as the first element, and this is the second bar I am considering as the second element. This first element of the bar having the length is 500 mm. The second element of the bar having the length is 500 mm. Okay, right. This bar having the Young's modulus, that is the modulus of elasticity, that is 70 gigapascal, and the cross sectional area is 200 mm square. 200 mm square. So that is the properties of this particular bar. Now look at here. Now look at this problem. You can understand easily. For the two-bar truss shown in figure, determine the displacement of node 2. Why they are asking the displacement at particular node 2? We don't have any displacement of this particular first node and third node because both nodes are hinging taking place. In the second node only we don't have any hinge support. So that's why they are asking the displacement at particular node 2. At particular force acting here, 12 kilonewtons. At that time, what is the displacement taking place? That is the question number 1. And the question number 2, when the load acting taking place at the particular node, when the force acting 12 kilonewtons of force acting particular node 2, in these two parts connected together at the particular two nodes, so the stresses are acting taking place. What are the stresses? That is the second question they are asking. Now, we have to find the displacement and stress of the elements in this truss problem. Now we'll solve the problem. How we can solve that? You can look at here. So this is the Young's modulus. So here Young's was 70 gigapascal. That is Pascal nothing but 1 Newton per meter square. When we have to solving this Newton per meter square into Newton per mm square respect of the giga, so it will conversion to Newton per mm square like that. Young's modulus equals 70 into 10 cube. And the area of the truss bar, that is 200 mm square. We know that. The point load at particular node 2, that is 12 kilonewtons, we can conversion into the newtons, that is 12 into 10 cube. Now firstly, I will take here the first element, that is the element 1, for element 1. So here we are having the length, that is L1, so that is 500. So you can observe here, in which respect area I have to do the problem. That is, you can focus here. First I am considering the first element. When you know the stiffness matrix of the first element, then I will go to the second element. And in the second element, I can solve the stiffness matrix. After that, Here we are getting the first element of the stiffness matrix, and after that second element is stiffness matrix, then combined together. That means I have to add that the both stiffness matrix. After that we'll get a global stiffness matrix. After that I will do the finite element equation. So then after that we'll find the node displacement and at the same time stress elements. Okay. Now first element I am taking here, that is the thing of first element, that is particle node number 1 and 2. So here that is the length is L1. Okay. L1 total length is 500. So now this is the capital L1, you can remember. And now I need the thing of small L1. So small L1 nothing but in the derivation, that is the cos theta, that equal to what? X2 minus X1 by L. So what is X2? What is X1? So come to here. This is the first bar. This is the first bar. This is the reference point. In the reference point and the particular point here, we don't have any movement, X movement. So that's why I'm considering here 0. And here also we don't have any Y movement. So that's why we are having the 0. And here you can observe here, in this is the reference point, particular point. Here also in the second point we are having the horizontal direction, that is the 500. But vertical distance we don't have here. So that's why I'm taking it 0. These are the points. Now L1 equals to X2 minus X1 by L. So X2 nothing but what? This is X1 Y1, X2 Y2, 500 minus 0 by L, total length of the first element, that is the 500 by 500 one will get. And now we'll do the M1. M1 equals to that is sin theta equal to Y2 minus Y1 by L. We know this formula from the derivation. So there we are having the Y2. This is the value 0 minus 0 by something 0. That is the thing. Now we'll come to stiffness matrix. Here this is the equation. First element we are considering here. So that's why A1 E1 by L1 in brackets of L1 square L1 M1 minus L1 square minus L1 M1 L1 M1 M1 square, like that. So this is the complete stiffness matrix of the truss element. How you can remember? So how you can remember this matrix? I will give some remembering point to you. So this matrix I will consider into 4 diagonals. This is the first diagonal. So this is second diagonal, third diagonal, fourth diagonal. You can observe here the first diagonal L1 square L1 M1 L1 M1 M1 square. Same repeating here also. L1 square L1 M1 L1 M1 M1 square. So when you know these two diagonals, this is the opposite of this diagonal. That is minus L1 square minus L1 M1 minus L1 M1 minus M1 square. Here also minus L1 square minus L1 M1 minus L1 M1 minus M1 square. So this is the way to remember the matrix. Okay, you don't bother about that how we can remember this particular matrix. So it's very easy for that. Okay. Now what is A1 value? We know the very well A1 value, that is 200 into what is E1 value? We know that 70 into 10 cube by what is L1 value? That is L1, that is 500. Now, so now you can substitute the values of here. L1 nothing but 1 square 1, L1 M1 nothing but 1 into 0 0, minus L1 square nothing but minus 1, minus L1 M1 nothing but minus 1 into 0 0, and L1 M1 nothing but 1 into 0 0, M1 square nothing but 0 square, minus L1 M1 minus 1 into 0 0. Like that we can substitute the values, will get this matrix. Okay. See. Now what is the answer of this particular fraction? So this is the answer, 28 into 10 cube. So this is the matrix we got from this matrix. So this is the matrix. This is the first bar now. This is the first bar. So here we are having U1 V1. Here U2 V2. So horizontal direction U1, vertical V1, U2 or horizontal vertical displacement V2. So like that here also this matrix I can divide into U1 V1, U2 V2, U1 V1, U2 V2. Okay. Now I'll switch on the second element, that is second bar. So that is here for element 2, that is stiffness matrix K2, A2 E2 by L2, same matrix L square LM minus L square minus LM, LM M square minus LM minus M square minus L square minus LM L square LM minus LM minus M square LM M square. So here now I want the particular distance of the x2 y2 x3 y3. Why? See here, firstly you can observe here I need the L2 value. So here we know value of L1, that is 500, but we don't know the value of, we know the value of L2 also, but that L2 is not the exact length, is not a exact length. So that's why we are considering as a derivation point of formula. Okay, so that derivation of the formula only will get the correct answer. So here, what is L2 value of the second element? Generally, that is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1. We don't know x1 and y1 values and x2, y2 values. So now that is the thing we can do now. Okay, this is the second element. So that is second bar. So this is second node, that is x2, y2, x3, y3 is there. So now you can observe here this figure. So this is the x2, y2, x3, y3. I need the x2, y2. Now first x2. What is the value of x2? What is the value of x2 here? What is the value of, this is the reference point. So x2 value is 500. What is the value of y2? Y2. What is the value of y2? This is the reference point. This is the reference point. So this is the reference point. X2 is 500. Y2 we don't have. So 0. Now this is the come to x3, y3. X3, y3, what is the x2 value from? This is the reference point. So from here 500, 400. So totally x3 value 900. Y3 value, this is the reference point now. So this is the reference point. This is the positive. This is negative. This is positive. This is negative. So what is the y2 value? Minus 300. So here 900 comma minus 300. Here 500 comma 0. So that is the 500 comma 0. 900 comma minus 300. Okay. Now L2 value. What is L2 value? That is cos theta value for the second node. So x3 minus x2 by L. x3 minus x2 by L. So x3 nothing but 900 minus x2 nothing but 500 by L, completely L is 500. That equals to 0.8. You can observe here, we are already giving the 500, but even though you can do this thing, there I get the value of 500, that is the correct answer. Okay, right. So this is similar to here also. Okay, you don't worry about that. Okay, so L2 equal to 0.8. Now M2 equal to y2 by y3 minus y2 by L. So we know that y3 value minus 300 minus y2 value is 0 by L. L nothing but what? How much? 500. So we'll get the minus 0.6. Now we are applying the stiffness matrix of the truss element of the 2. So K2 equal to, so A2 E2 by L2 will get the answer is 28 into 10 cube. Same thing here also. So here we are applying the equation. L square nothing but what? 0.8 square, that is 0.64. And here L into M, that is 0.8 into 0.6. So plus and minus, so minus 0.48. Now minus L square nothing but what? Minus L square nothing but, minus L square nothing but here 0.8 square, minus 0.8 square. Okay, and here minus L into M, minus L into M nothing but minus into minus plus 0.8 into 0.6, that is 0.48. Okay, L into M, well again 8 6 are 48. Like that we can do complete multiplications here. Now this is the second bar now. So here we are having the second bar, we are having the U2 and V2. Here U3, V3. So like that U2, V2, U3, V3. Here also U2, V2, U3, V3. Now assembling the first stiffness matrix and second. This is the first stiffness matrix and second stiffness matrix. With these both matrices will be assembling taking place. That is K1 plus K2. I am doing that. Okay. So means what I am telling that this is the first element of the stiffness matrix K1. This is second element of the stiffness K2. K1 plus K2. K1 plus K2 we are doing. That is the global stiffness matrix. Okay, that is first point. Second point you can remember here. This is a U1, V1. This is U2 horizontally, vertically V2. This is U3, V3. So how many deformations are taking place? 6 deformation take place. That is U1, V1, U2, V2, U3, V3. Like that. Okay. So here come here. Right here. So U1, V1, U2, V2, U3, V3. U1, V1, U2, V2, U3, V3. Now U1, U1. What is the value? See here, first stiffness matrix of the element U1 and U1, what is the value? See, look at here. So U1 value means 1. So this is 1. Now U1, V1 value, U1, V1, 0. 0. U1, U2. What is value U1, U2? Minus 1. That is minus 1. U1, V2 value, U1, V2, 0. Again, V1, U1 value, V1, U1 value, 0. That is 0. V1, V1. V1, V1, 0. V1, U2, V1, U2, 0. So this is 0. V1, V2, V1, V2 value 0. So V1, V2 value 0. Okay. Again U2, U1 value. U2, U1 value minus 1. So minus 1. U2, V1. U2, V1 value 0. 0. U2, U2. U2, U2 value 1. So this is 1. You can observe here 1. Again U2, V2 value. U2, V2 value. How much? 0. So 0. This is 0. Okay. Now V2, U1. V2, U1. How much? 0. So 0. V2, V1. So V2, V1, 0. So this is 0. V2, U2 value. V2, U2 value 0. This is 0. V2, V2 value. V2, V2 value 0. So this is 0. So here this complete four deformations we are getting in the first stiffness matrix. So this is the first stiffness matrix. Same thing you can do now second stiffness matrix. Okay. Now here's use second stiffness matrix. This is thing. So you here observe U2 V2 U3 V3 U2 V2 U3 V3. Now U2 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 right. Here you can observe here U2 U2 value how much we don't know. You look here U2 U2 0.64 0.64 1 plus 0.64 again U2 V2 how much second element. This is the complete second element matrix. U2 V2 how much U2 V2 minus 0.48. So minus 0.48. Okay. Again U2 U3. U2 U3 how much minus 0.64. Minus 0.64. U2 V3 how much U2 V3 0.48. So 0.48. Okay. Same V2 U2 V2 U2 0.48. 0.48. Okay. V2 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 0.36 0.36 V2 U3 V2 U3 0.48 V2 V3 minus 0.6. Okay. So like that you can do complete second element of the matrix. This is the first element matrix and this is the second element matrix. Okay. Okay. So first element matrix we are having this 4 by 4. Second element we are having here that is the thing of 4 by 4. Remaining portion we don't have the values. Okay. These values will be nullified. That is 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. You can remember that. Now we'll solve these complete values here. So 1 0 minus 1 3 zeros 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 right 0 0 again minus 1 0 1 plus 0.64 1.64 0 minus 0.48 minus 0.4 minus 0.64 0.48 again 0 0 minus 0.48 0.36 0.48 minus 0.36 again 0 0 minus 0.64 0.48 0.64 minus 0.48 0 0 0.48 minus 0.6 minus 0.48 and 0.36. So this is the complete global stiffness matrix. So here you can observe here in the first element we can done the stiffness matrix and in the second element we have done the second element of the stiffness matrix and third one we are combined together global stiffness matrix we got. Now we are applying the finite element equation F equal to Ku. So this is the final general equation F equal to Ku. F is nothing but force matrix, K nothing but global stiffness matrix, U nothing but deformation matrix. You can observe here in the first node here we are having the U1 V1 at the same time F1 also. Okay. So here also U2 V2 F2. Here also U3 V3 F3. So you can observe here very important point I am telling now. This here F1 acting in the horizontally vertically. So F1x and F1x F1y. F2x F2y. F3x F45. So 6 forces are acting taking place. Again U1 V1 U2 V2 U3 V3 are acting taking place. Okay, you can observe here. So F1x F1y F2x F2y F3x F3y into equal to K nothing but 28 into 10 cube. So this is the Ku. So K nothing but this is the stiffness matrix. So complete matrix I am writing here. Okay. Next, this is the U nothing but so deformation matrix. Okay. So here what I am telling that. So here U1 V1 U1 V1 U2 V2 U3 V3. Same writing U1 V1 U2 V2 U3 V3. Now this is the final elimination. Now after that we are applying the boundary condition. How I will get the boundary condition? You can observe. Look at this figure. In the first element we are having the hinged. So U1 V1 will be 0. In the third element we are having the hinge element. So here U3 V3 will be 0. So U1 V1 0, U3 V3 0. Only U2 V2 will be working. U2 will be taking place deforming. Okay. Same thing here also. U1 V1 0, U1 0, V1 0. And again U3 0, V3 0. Only U2 V2 working. So here hinging taking place. That's why it is 0. Here hinging taking place in place. So that's why here 0. That is you can remember. Only U2 V2 are working. We don't have any hinging support and fixed support. Or we don't have that. So that's why it doesn't go to nullify. Now U1. So U1 nothing but what? 0 na. So U1 V1 0, U2 U3 V3 0. That is the thing. So U1. So whenever U1 will be 0, at that time the first row, first column will be cancelled or nullified. And next V1. V1 will be 0 now. At that time the second row, second column will be nullified. And U3, this is the fifth element. So fifth element will be 0. So that's why fifth row, fifth column will be nullified. And the sixth element will be 0. So that's why sixth row and sixth column will be nullified. Same thing here also. When the U1 will be 0, F1x 0. And V1 will be 0. There force also F1y 0. And U3 0, F3x 0. And V3 0 there, F3y equals 0. So completely this matrix will bring to a little matrix. That is a little matrix we are getting here. Okay, right. See here. So F1x, this is the first element, first node nullify, and the third node nullify. Only second node will be forced taking place. So that's why F2x, F2y equal to 28 into 10 cube in brackets of matrix. So this is the matrix. That is stiffness matrix. So K into 1.64 minus 0.48 minus 0.5 into 0.6. This is the deformation matrix. Okay. So here F2x, you can observe here the figure. In the second node, horizontal they are forcing acting here. No force. In the horizontal we don't have any force. Only vertical only force are acting here. So horizontally in the F2x we don't have any horizontal force. That's why F2x will be 0. And here the compressive force acting here taking place. So here that's why I am getting here minus 12 into 10 cube newtons. So that is you can remember. So 0. So no horizontal force in the second node, and the vertical node compressive, that's why minus 12 into 10 cube equal to 20 into 10 cube 1.64 minus 0.48 0.48 0.36 U2 V2. Now so here 0, first element 0. So you can observe here 20 into 10 cube. So you can observe here first row, first column. So 1.64 into U2 minus 0.4 into V2. This is the first equation. I will bring the matrix into equation form. And next, so here second element minus 12 into 10 cube. Okay, so minus 12 into 10 cube. So 28 into 10 cube is common. Now, so first row, second row, first column. So here minus 0.48 into U2 plus 0.36 into V2. This is the first equation, second equation. Both will be due by the calci or without calci. We'll do that. We'll get U2 value minus 0.571 mm and V2 value minus 1.952 mm. So this is the values of the at particular node. So this is the first problem of this problem. Displacement of the node 2, that is U2 V2. So this is the answer, U2 minus 0.571 mm, V2 minus 1.952 mm. Now stress in the first element. So you can observe here stress in first element. This is a direct formula I have already given in the derivation and before that in the bar problem also. So here the stress element sigma 1 equal to E1 by L1. First element E1 by L1 minus L1 minus M1 plus L1 plus M1. So here minus LM minus L minus M here plus L plus M. So minus L1 minus M1 plus L1 M1 U1 V1 U2 v2 direct default. So why this first element? Only in the first element we are having u1 v1 u2 v2. So that's why here I am taking here u1 v1 u2 v2. Now substitute e value 70 10 cube, L1 value 500 minus L1 already I have already given a L1 value in the first circle 1, the m1 equal to 0. So same you can substitute here, minus 1 L1 nothing but 1 minus m1 minus 0 L1 1 m1. So u1 is 0. First node is the hinges of u1 v1 u1 v1 is the 0 and u2 minus 0.571 v2 minus 1.952. So again 70 into 10 cube 500, again solved into first row first column here, minus 1 into 0 0 plus 0 into 0 0 minus 0.571 into 1 minus 0.57, again into 0 into minus 1 0 something. So completely we'll do this fraction into multiplication, then we'll get the answer of first element of the sigma 1. And the sigma 2 element, just 2 element, same formula here of sigma 2 equal to u2 by l2 minus l2 m2 plus l2 m2. Same second bar now. So here second bar. So second bar we are having u2 v2 u3 v3. Same here also. u2 v2 u3 v3. So minus l2 nothing but what is the minus l2 value? So here the second bar, one is what is the minus 0.8 m2 value minus 0.6, that is you can substitute here, minus L2 minus 0.8 minus M2 0.6. L2 we know the value 0.8, M2 we know the value minus 0.6. What is the U2 value? So this is the U2 V2 value. And what is U3 V3? U3 V3 nothing but what? So both are hinge taking place, no U3 no V3, so that is 0, both are 0. Now 70 to 10 cube by 500. Now again we'll have minus 0.8 into first row first column, minus 0.8 into minus 0.571 plus 0.6 into minus 1.952, 0.8 into 0 0 minus 0.6 into 0 0. Now we'll get the sigma 2 equal to minus 100 Newton per mm square. So this is the element of the bar element. So this is the sigma 1 and this is the sigma 2. This is the way to solve the truss problems. So first, this is the problem of the figure, given figure. This is the stiffness matrix, first element, second element, first element of the stiffness matrix, second element of the stiffness matrix, okay, second element of the stiffness matrix, and we combine together the K1 plus stiffness matrix, both stiffness matrix will get the global stiffness matrix. After that final element equation you can apply, then we'll get U2 V2 value. After that you can substitute the values of, before that you can apply the boundary condition, then we'll get U2 V2 values. Then after that you can apply the stress element of the first element, stress element of the second element. This is the complete problem solving of the truss elements. Okay, so this is the problem I am giving you. This is the second problem. Everyone do the assignment. Okay, so this is a problem I have given. You can look at this problem, or corresponding to the above problem only you have to solve, then you will get the answer. Okay, I will send the material through WhatsApp. Look at that, and after that take printout, do study. All the best. Wish you all the best. Thank you.